What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video, and it's done deal time. Time to look at the transfers, and we're still catching up. I know, we are still catching up. We've still got a few to go through, but this episode is big. We've got 5 transfers of some massive players joining big clubs. We've got big fees, and I think there is no one, every transfer in this video is, you know, double figures in the millions or above, so 10 million or above. Massive episode. But if you do want more, remember to look around my channel, look around all of that. But let's get into things, and let's start off with a goalkeeper that has raised a few questions for me, and that is Ederson. Ederson joined Manchester City on the 8th of June. It sort of says how far behind I am everything, but I'm getting there. Another few episodes, we'll be back up to speed with everything by the time everything starts hitting the ground running. But Ederson joins from Benfica, joining Manchester City. We'll go on to another Benfica player in a bit, joining the other side of Manchester. He's a goalkeeper, and to be honest, I can see him being the max for 5.5. Now, goalkeepers, they range from 4 to 5.5 in the FPL game. 4 million for the backup goalkeepers are very, very low. Teams of relegation candidates and the recently promoted teams, they'll all get 4 million. Any youth goalkeepers, really. The bigger teams generally have 5.5 million. That'll be the Man City, Man United. You're looking at Hugo Lloris as well. Tottenham. You're looking at Arsenal as well. You've also probably I can't remember the other team's name. Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham. I think both Liverpool's are 5 million. I don't see him rising this season. But Ederson, 27 games last season. 12 clean sheets, 12 goals conceded, 18 clean sheets, and to be honest, that's not bad. But it's the Portuguese league, and we've as much as you've got to understand players can play good, and that, to be fair, I do agree with. Although people will say, like myself, and they can say, it's the Portuguese league. For me, I think the goalkeeping position is one that no matter what league you can play in, doesn't matter about the standard. Of course, you can be a striker, you can score against the lower quality defenders, it makes it look easy. But if you're a goalkeeper, you know no matter what, players are somehow going to find a decent shot. We have to defend a decent opportunity. Decent opportunities come around in every single league, and he's had to stop them. And 18 clean sheets, just 12 conceded for the entire season, 27 games played, is a decent record. Now, 27 games played, it's a weird number for a league. That's because he got a red card. Only player to have been signed in the Premier League last season to have had a red card in the league games. But he looks good. The only other thing that is worrying is the 4 yellow cards as well. Shows he may be a bit cumbersome, but I feel like it could be a good sign for Man City. I think he's better than, he can't be worse than Bravo at the moment, and a lot better than Joe Hart, and he's young, so it gives him a chance for the future. My opinion on him, I'd say wait to see how Man City play in the pre-season and see if they're keeping many clean sheets. Next up, we have another Benfica player joining the red side of Manchester this time in Lindelof. He joined for, again, another big fee. Played 32 games last season, 1 goal, 0 assists, just 1 yellow card. It's a weird one. Lindelof, I'm not quite sure what to think. I mean, many people, when he signed, were raving about the fact he scored a free kick. But that's the worrying point. No one's raving about, and usually if you've seen like a big player join a big club, you see tackles montage if it's defender. Midfielder, you get passing montage. Striker, you get goal scoring montage. Wingers might get an assist in goal scoring, but defenders generally, they get you a defensive montage. Where is that? The many things that have been posted about are the free kick, and that's the point. It's a free kick, and I think he'll be probably valued around 6 million. He's a new defender joining a rather sturdy-looking backline of Man United, only to be improved by Lindelof, hopefully. So 6 million, I think, is a good price for him, but not good for the FPL players. I think that's one to massively stay away from. If he's not going to contribute to set plays, apart from the fact he could score the odd free kick, could be a bit of a worrying thing. The fact he's only got 1 yellow card, though, could prove good, because that means you're not getting the minus points. It means you might knock him from the bonus point system. He could be a decent person, but I think £6 million is a bit too expensive. It depends. Compare him to the price of Valencia. If he's the same price as Valencia, I'd say definitely go Valencia ahead of him. If he's cheaper than Valencia, maybe he could be a cheaper alternative, but at the moment I think he's going to be same price as Valencia on 6 million, and that for me is too overpriced. Next we have another massive fee joining Everton this time. We've got Klaassen joining Everton from Ajax. Midfielder, I think it could be around £6.5 million, maybe 7 at a push. Last season he had a pretty good season, to be fair. 33 games, 14 goals, 10 assists, 6 yellows, no reds. It's a very, very good season stats wise, but again you've got the people saying, well, it's the Dutch league, and that is something that, again, if you're not a goalkeeper, we have to take into effect like we have with Lindelof. But good form. I mean, you can see through size of it, you could see him coming in and having a barnstorming season, sorry. But you could also see him doing a Vincent Janssen, just not settling down in the league, not really nailing down a first team place. But I think it's something that could be useful to Everton. He's a pretty good player, he's proved that, and I think he could be a really good signing. This was confirmed on the 15th of June. The last 3 transfers were confirmed on the 15th of June, by the way. But if he's worth £6.5 million, I'd say it's worth a risk, but not at first, because Everton have a shocking start to the season. I'd say no Everton players for the front 5, because you've got, yes, relatively easy home game, then 4 straight games of the top 6. So Klaassen and a player I'm going to go on to at the end, I'd say stay away from for the start of the season at least. Moving on to our penultimate player, we have Harry Maguire, who's joined Leicester from Hull. Defender, I believe he's going to be priced around £5 million. I'm not entirely sure. Could be a bit more. If he's a bit more, that's well too expensive. Last season, 29 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 5 yellows, no reds. What's special about Harry Maguire? He can play from the back. He's a young defender. It's something that Leicester have needed all season. When you look at the fact you've got the top 2 in Morgan and Hoof. Yes, they are very experienced defenders. They've been around the block or two, but they're not exactly, the sort of the spring in their step anymore from their younger days. Maguire brings that, and I think he's a really good player to have on the ball. Gives them the option of going 3 at the back, sticking him either side, or then maybe even in between, and just having him charge out defence every now and again. But he's a really good player. 2 goals and 2 assists shows he's not willing to, just sit back. He can get involved. I feel that will really come into play as well. For me, I feel like if he's £5 million, Leicester again have an awkward start in their first 6. Like Everton, they've got 4 of the big 6 teams. But if they can get through that, I feel like conceding every game, his price might go down. From then, he's a must-have. I feel like he's a must-have. If I'm got a free transfer, I would just bring him in, because there's a chance people will pile him in, because Leicester's title winning season. You've got Maguire coming in, £5 million new signing. Oof, look at that. And thinking, oh well, he's rubbish, he's conceding goals, get him out of him. This is the casuals we're talking about right at the start of the season. His price will drop by game week 6. Game week 7 starts and game week 6 finished. They go on to a lot easier fixtures. They've got 4 of the top 6 out of the way. For the next few months, they've only got to play 2 of the top 6 coming up. And Maguire, I think then, could be worth 4.8. 4.9 maybe, it's a definite 4.8 as a push. And that's a fantastic price for a defender that could get you goals, assists, clean sheets, the lot. But another thing you've got to look at is that he could also be bumped up to 5.5. I doubt it, but he could be bumped up to 5.5. If he is, stay away. It doesn't matter how much he goes down, unless he goes down to 4.8. And then you can get him in. But, 5.5 is massive overpriced. But £5 million for Harry Maguire, I think is a really good price after their first 6 games. And lastly, you've got a player with such promising play, yet such awful stats. And of course, it's the Sunderland goalkeeper. Who could have worse stats than the Sunderland goalkeeper? Jordan Pickford comes in as our final transfer, and also, this 3rd of 3 transfers, confirmed on the 15th. He joins from Sunderland, joins Everton for £30 million, massive fee. Many people saying, is it worth it? But if you're paying for a goalkeeper, 10 years, 15 years service at the club at top level, I think he's almost at top level now. You're looking at £3 million a year. For a keeper of that quality, potential England number 1, massive. And he's really doing, been in good form, good saving form at least, as we likes and all know him for in FPL in the under-21s. Unfortunately, we got knocked out. But what are his stats? Well, played 29 games last season, conceded 50, clean sheets 4, no yellows or red cards. That's awful. That is awful. But you've got to hand it to him is that he makes it up in the save points. And I feel like joining Everton, much sturdier backline. You're looking at Williams, Jagielka, Funes Mori. You've got Baines and Coleman either side. It's going to be a lot sturdier, maybe even more signings from Everton. He's a massive, massive boost to them because he's a shot stopper. You know, he can get in the way, he's quick. You know, to think of, he's quick to get off his line, he's quick to think, he can, you know, go grab balls in the air. But most of all, he has a fantastic passing attribute to his game. You know, whether it's from a drop ball, drop kick, sorry, whether it's from a goal kick, or he just rolled it out, or just in general, players pass it back to him, he'll be able to find that pass. That is huge. That can start counter-attacks, get other teams on the back foot, push them away from the goal, gives him more chance of clean sheet points, and also maybe the odd assist or two, who knows. But for me, I think he could be around £5 million. I think he might be less than that, but I very much doubt it. If he is, that's a steal. And I think even at the start of the season, if he's £4.5 million, could be worth it for the save points. But I feel like it'd be £5 million. Simple reason, he's going to be Everton's #1. So yeah, again, same with Klaassen. Avoid those first games. Once they're gone, have a look at him in depth then. And that happens to be that for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what do you think about the 5 transfers. We've had Edison, Lindelof, Klaassen, Maguire, and Pickford all on this episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.